The Immortal John Hancock here, and today I'd just like to talk about things I'm looking forward to, hopefully, in 2018 related to games. And there's so much content coming out. It doesn't matter what you're into. There are many great games coming out for your preferred console or computer. It's great, but there's a couple that I'm looking forward to. On top of this, I'd like to talk a little bit about what I'd like to see in the retro gaming community as well. So here we go. So there's a ton of stuff coming out, and I've just pretty much looked online to see, okay, what probably is going to come out this year. Crossing fingers. Honestly, one of the first things that I am looking forward to is Anthem. And it is kind of like an open world, I don't know, it kind of looks like a cross between Monster Hunter and Halo. But it looks cool. I'm looking forward to that. That looks like a lot of fun to play. On Xbox One, Crackdown 3 and The Last Night, both those games, you know, I think for Microsoft, they really do need to develop more exclusives. You know, as much as I talk about the Xbox One S, and it's a great media player, and I've been playing on it a ton lately, I do think that it's the games that's really going to sell it. And that goes for other people too. And so I think that's why the PlayStation 4 is continuing to dominate, because they've really just focused on the games, and there's a ton of stuff coming out. Let's talk about PlayStation 4. Now, there's a ton of content. There's a couple great remakes. Shadow of Colossus coming out. That looks pretty cool. I like that game. It's not my type of game that I'm going to go out and buy and play. It's just that it's a lot of strategy there, and the epic battles that you do in that game. I'm kind of more of a bite-sized gamer, and so I like games that you can play a little bit, save, log out, just because of time restraints. It's nothing against the game whatsoever. So for you know, there's a ton of games coming out. You know, Days Gone and God of War for PS4 are heavy hitters. Those are ones that I'm at least going to check out. And there's a ton of other stuff. Bloodstained, I supported the Kickstarter a long time ago. It's hopefully finally coming out. I'm actually going to be getting that for the Switch. Originally it was for the Wii U. I know it's multi-platform, but Bloodstained definitely, you know, the Castlevania Symphony of the Night vibe. I'm really looking forward to that one. And on top of that, I did see the debut of Mega Man 11. Now, the artwork, I'm not sold on the artwork yet, but if they can make it fun, I'm willing to check it out. So that's kind of my take on Mega Man 11 so far. The Street Fighter collection that's coming out on the Switch with all the fighting games, you know, for $40, pretty awesome. It's kind of funny though. I just spent, you know, $40 on Street Fighter 2 Ultra, and so I wish I would have waited, you know, seeing this collection coming out this next year. Yoshi's coming out, a new Yoshi's coming out for the Switch, but of all the games coming out for the Switch, I'm really looking forward to Metroid Prime. And so we'll see when that comes out, if it's coming out in 2019. At least we'll have a trailer for it, hopefully, this year. But yeah, for Nintendo, I'd really like them to further develop their online infrastructure and announce that. There's initial talks that they're going to delay, and again, this is just rumors, but they're looking at possibly delaying their eShop community, the virtual console announcement. We'll see about that. Their paid service for online multiplayer. I honestly would rather them wait and do it right than rush it and have everybody annoyed. So I really am expecting that this year with Nintendo. They do need an online infrastructure. They really do. There's also an announcement that these bigger cards, these 64 gigabyte cards, which hold more content for Nintendo Switch, that's been possibly delayed. That's not good for these great ports, but you know, if companies can squeeze what they can out of a standard Nintendo card size, which I think they're different card sizes offered, but like Doom and Skyrim are great. You know, those are older games. Nintendo is going to need more third-party support. hopefully companies can get around that. Games such as Doom and Skyrim were able to do that fine. But, you know, fingers crossed. I'm not worried about Nintendo. They had a banner 2017. So for the Switch, I think there's a lot of great content out there already. I'm not honestly expecting them to beat 2017. There's so many great releases that came out. I would like them just to continue to further develop. You know, I'd love to see a Smash Brothers. I think a lot of other people are waiting for that to be announced. And, you know, new Yoshi's coming out, new Kirby. You know, for me, my expectations for Nintendo are less than 2017. I just want them to continue to further develop games for it, and I think they will. And, you know, getting that third-party support, which is going to be so important with them moving forward. I think, for me personally, I get a Nintendo product for Nintendo exclusives, but it is nice to know that there's some options out there for people that's their main console. Anyways, let's talk about retro gaming. There's a couple glaring things that I think need to come out for people that want a game. They want a game on a modern TV. I think a big one that a lot of people have been waiting for is a Nintendo 64 clone console. And, you know, it's getting old. You know, hopefully that can come out more sooner than later. We'll see. You know, I think the other challenge too is, you know, Nintendo 64 is such a controversial system. You either loved it or hated it. And there's some great games on the console. I think enough where if Nintendo decides to do their mini, that would be awesome. Me personally, I'm more interested in if they possibly did a Game Boy. And so we'll see what gets announced, what comes out. I know there's been some rumors speculating about the Nintendo 64 mini. You know, I have the whole entire library. And of all the libraries, I think, from Nintendo, the N64 has some of the greatest top shelf games. But, you know, some of their library leaves a lot to be desired. And so when there was an announcement of potential games that would be on the Nintendo 64, there were some glaring omissions to that. And so I know that there's some licensing issues with GoldenEye and Rare's library as well. So I think for me personally, Rare made some of the best games on Nintendo 64. So yeah, you know, fingers crossed. I'm sure Nintendo's going to come up with something great and go from there. Anyways, those are just some of the games I'm looking forward to and things I'd like companies to focus on moving forward in 2018. You know, for PC gaming, gosh, you know, what have they not done? I mean, there's literally everything is available on Steam for the most part. And, you know, I'm not a huge PC gamer, but I do play on it occasionally. I have limited time. And so I think for Steam is to further continue to develop and make amazing games. I mean, you had over 5,000 games made for Steam in 2017. I mean, that in itself would take years to digest and play. And, you know, for me, I like to play the current stuff. I think that's some people don't know that about me. I love playing modern gaming. I'm limited on what I can play time-wise. You know, working full-time and doing 3 videos for you folks, I love doing that. But that also means I have less game time. You know, on average, takes about 3 hours per video, and that's if it's a quick video. If there's capturing involved, it takes longer, and so that really takes away from some of my game time. But it doesn't mean I love games any less. I love video games, and I love all of it too. And so, anyways, what are you looking forward to? Please comment below. I'd love to hear back from you. What are some games that you're excited about? What platforms? What are things you're expecting from the game companies? This is kind of a mishmash video. Again, I slept in this morning. It was so nice. I'm still on my Christmas break. And, you know, I typically get up at 5 o'clock in the morning every day. And I almost slept in to 7 o'clock. And I needed it. I was tired. And anyways, hats off to everybody who takes time out of their day to watch my videos. Still doing 3 videos a week. Have some cool content planned. And again, I'm having fun doing this. This is Immortal John Hancock. Take care.